What the deal, my good peoples? Yo. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Am I clear? Am I loud? Do you hear me? Top of the AM, top of the AM. Top of the AM. Good morning, and welcome to Homeroom. This is a show where we talk about pop culture, hot topics, and everything in between before your day gets rolling. This is your space to laugh and think, and you let your hair down. So grab a coffee, orange juice, water, whatever your vice is, your thing is. Settle in and let's get into it. Straight like that. Who we got in the building? Who we got in the building today? Nick, my good brother. Shout out to my boy Nick. Nick did my intro, y'all. I appreciate that. I humbly requested of him, and he did an awesome job, and I appreciate that, bro. Because in this content create, you need all the help you can get. Rios know he's been there for me, helping me along the way. I've received much help from him. Nick, thank you, my good brother, for this intro. I love it, and I thank you. I appreciate you. Shout out to everybody in the building. Oh, Rios is definitely in the building. My good brother, salute to Rios, man. That's my good brother. He's definitely in the building. Who else in the building? My brother Brian is definitely in the building. Big Chef Super, definitely in the building. Cash is definitely in the building. Who else in the building? Eric Chapman is definitely in the building. Just Blaze, shout out to you, man. Appreciate that love, positive content. That's what I do. We laugh and get silly, but for the most part, you're not getting a lot of craziness over here, a lot of drama over here. I know a lot of us are into it nowadays, but I just want to provide some good content. I want to talk back and forth to the community. I want to grow, build, be creative. Like I said, be silly and just, create dope content. You know what I'm saying? Beezy is definitely in the building. Male Strain Reviews is definitely in the building. Yeah. Oh, so, okay. Brian asked me, let me see. Put that out real quick. So, for those who don't know, I am a member of Diamond Lane Crew. For those who know my rap career early on, especially, I am a Diamond Lane Crew member for life, but I was a part of a Diamond Lane record label. 354 is a numeric code on the telephone for DLG, Diamond Lane Gang. 354. So that for those who haven't asked, I know people been seeing it, especially with a lot of my members, a lot of my homies on social media. You've been seeing the 354 at the end of somebody's name. That's DLG, Diamond Lane Gang. Shout out to all my bros and all my sisters. That's a for life thing. So it is what it is, Appreciate you asking. A lot of people don't ask; they just assume. You know what I mean? JT Lit is definitely in the building. JT was good with it. So yeah, this is my homeroom show, man. I think I like the idea of how Rios has an AM wake up show. Get everybody started in the morning, get some good conversation going, some good coffee or whatever you're sipping on to start your day right. Whether you're at work already, on your way to work, you may be getting a good workout in. I didn't want to overstep that. That's my brother, so I'll never do nothing the same time he's doing his joint. So I figured it's my brother. I'll piggyback right after him and do my own morning show. I'm up in the morning. I'm active in the morning. Later in the day, I get a little lazy, but I love to create content, especially in the morning. So if I can do my live, build community, talk back and forth with y'all, I think that'll be the best thing for me. You know what I mean? So this is how we doing it, man. What's up with y'all? Let me see with the mother is definitely in the building. Biggs 909, definitely in the building. The ruler, definitely in the building. Yes. What's good with y'all today, man? What you want to talk about? I got a couple of topics I want to talk about and discuss. I don't want to get into no heavy topics right off the bat, though we can go wherever, but I want to update y'all a little bit. So I've been working, and I did a little video outside of this talking about jobs and stuff, man. And I just been working a lot. For those who know, I'll drive Uber. That's one of my jobs. I also am a content creator. That's another one of my jobs. I'm a photographer. That's another one of my jobs. But photography and videography content creating more so passions of mine that I'm figuring out, not so much with photography, but with content creating, I'm figuring out how to get paid from also, though I enjoy it. Photography is a passion. I can do that for free forever. It just so happens that with that free stuff I've been doing, people have been hiring me to do like photo shoots or like spots and stuff like that. So it's been a blessing for sure. I did in my first year of being a photographer, I did my first gallery in Long Beach at this party. And my pastor had a big old gala, had like a couple of hundred people there, and we had a gallery with my photos on deck. The gallery was for me in the building. Now the gala was for giving awards to different people, the community, people who do great work, and we had a gala on the side also. And I held my own gala, so blessed to have done that. But which also let me know my photography is God led, because my first year of getting handed a camera, I was able to do that, and nobody's that good. Because I'm not. I mean, I feel like I'm good, but I feel like to get into certain kind of positions, God is the only way. God is the way. God is the way who allows me to do all things. Right. Even with content creating, the more I grow, the better I get. The bigger my community. It's all because of God. I give all credit and all glory to God at all times. And let me say this early: if you don't want to hear about God, if you don't want to hear about my love of Jesus Christ, randomly, whenever, at random times, this ain't the place for you. I love God. I love Jesus Christ. So I will be talking about my Lord whenever I want to. I don't care how random it is, because I understand all that I have is because of Him and my love for Him, and I praise Him. So if you don't want to hear about that, I understand. And I'm not here to offend. We're not going to have religious wars. I'm not that guy either, though. I'm not going to get on here and argue with you if you're one of the three Abrahamic religions. I don't care, right? I love all people breathing. Period. That's my get down. So just wanted to give y'all a little small talk, real quick. Let me see. Oh, somebody asked a question about Diamond Lane. Let me see. Let me see. I'm into so much stuff. You know what? I want to ask y'all what y'all think. So doing content creating gets kind of crazy, right? Because in life, sometimes you may be a person who do a lot of things. I'm a natural born creative, and like I said, I do music, photography, content creating, which gets into videography and stuff like that. I do a bunch of stuff. So the advice early on somebody gave me was to niche down, right? Niche down means to pick a niche and focus on that for my YouTube channel. That's not a problem, but it may be a problem for me. The reason why is because I do a lot of different things, and though I can separate my channel with 4 different channels dedicated to each thing, photography, or this is my interviews and podcasting, and this channel may be my whatever, I don't want to do that. Now, you may be looking at me as a professional content creator, not me, a professional, I'm talking about you, the professional, may be looking at me as maybe that's a bad idea. But I gotta go with what I feel is right to me. I feel like if I show you who I am, as transparent as I can be, as vulnerable as I can be, then hopefully you'll like everything or love everything that comes with me, right? So my brand isn't necessarily photography or content creating or podcasting or live host, whatever. My brand is Terrence, and whatever falls under the Terrence brand, I'm hoping you all will come along, right? Because I understand as humans, we can do many things, and if you want to know someone truly, once you get into all of it, right? So there's some people on here that might not be interested in cameras or photography. You might learn to love it if you allow me to display some of my things, or not just pictures, but talk about the life of the photographer sometime and how they may be interesting, or you may be looking for a niche for yourself, right? I talk to people all the time where they may work for a living and be parents or something like that, but they can't figure out what they want to do as a passion, right? They just work and then go home and then do life stuff. But when it comes to passion, they don't deem themselves creatives. But I'm not a believer of that. I believe that we're all creative, and we're all creative in our little ways if you dig into yourself and find that thing that you want to do or figure out or try. A lot of us aren't trying. A lot of us are into the rat race of how this world goes, and then kind of settles into that, right? You find yourself my age, 40 or 50 and up, and you give it up. That's not never me and will never be me, right? Um, I'm not just relying on a 9 to 5, my 9 to 5 or a 9 to 5 to just be that thing. That's not a shot of 9 to 5 because I drive Uber. I can't shout out, I can't shut down nothing or nobody, right? It's not a pride thing. Um, it's more so like I can't find myself in a space where I can't create the things and then those things pay me back, whether it's monetary or people loving it or cheering it on. You know what I mean? So yeah, I understand that. So maybe if we converse, we learn each other, build this community, we can help each other find ways to be creative and be better. Also, I'm into that. You know what I mean? So let's see. I'm listening, but at the same time, he will show the game on. Yeah. Hey, do your thing. You know what? I'm just glad y'all here. Whoever's here, I'm glad y'all in the building. You know, I want to talk about a couple of things though. My first topic I want to talk about is something super serious. Um, but I think the internet is a little divided over this thing. It's not necessarily as viral yet, but I think the topic is interesting because it just shows a problem I have with the internet. So I want to show you guys this real quick if we can. Oh, wait, my bad. Somebody asking photography questions. He didn't have an eye. He kept it light from the earth. What kind of camera do you have? Okay. Mel, so what kind of camera do you have? I'm a Sony guy. I'm a Sony guy myself. The Sony I have is a Sony that was first gifted to me in 2023. Somebody gifted me a camera in 2023. My camera is a Sony ZV-E10. It was given to me to do YouTube videos because one of my friends, a kind of champion, supports me as a creative. But when I picked up the camera, I started taking pictures. When I started taking pictures, I fell in love with photography and not so much video. Now, video I love now, but early on is photography. So I have my camera since then, and I haven't let it go since. But I'm a Sony guy, but I'm a Sony guy because I love Sony. I'll forever mess with Sony, but I'm not necessarily brand loyal to the point where I won't work with another camera. So all my other cameras are film cameras. I have a Leica R6.2. I have what else I got? I got a folding camera, a Super 6 Fujica Super 6 folding camera with the bellows on it. What else I got? I got like two other cameras. I need to go get them. I'll go get them in a second. But they're all film. All my cameras are film. Except this, my Sony, which I'm shooting in right now. And I also have an Osmo Pocket 3, which I do my videos on also. So those are my cameras I create with. And I love, Sunshine Baby is definitely in the building. One of my first and early supporters. Sunshine Baby, I appreciate you truly. Thank you for stopping by, for real. Yeah, let's get into it. I want to get into this first topic. I thought it was interesting on the internet. So it says YouTuber speaks out after pregnant girlfriend fatally shot intruder during home invasion while hiding in closet with their baby. Says he won't stop flaunting his lifestyle and claims white people are praising her as a hero while black people are tearing them down. Right? So um we need some context, right? So here's the context. Let me see. Let me find it. Okay, it's a little long read, but we're gonna figure it out. Oh, my bad. Let me go here. I'll put it on screen, but I read it from my phone since it's so dang little. All right. So this crazy popular Chicago area YouTuber CJ on 32 is speaking out after his pregnant girlfriend Liv shot and killed a burglar who broke into their Joliet home last Friday night. Police say Liv grabbed their 1-year-old daughter and ran into a closet with a handgun when someone broke into the front door. When the intruder, identified as 36-year-old Shelby Hurd, came upstairs, she fatally shot him in the head. Court records reveal Hurd had a long criminal history of burglaries and was out on parole earlier this year. CJ, who was known for showing off flashy cars and jewelry to his 1.17 million YouTube subscribers, says he's not about to change his lifestyle despite the break-in. Quote unquote, I know I'm a target, but it's just a part of the lifestyle. I'm not going to stop and give up everything I worked for and go into hiding, he told followers. But what's really got people talking is when CJ pointed out that white audiences online are praising Liv as a hero, while most of the negative backlash has been coming from the black commenters. Quote unquote, the white people are clapping and calling her a hero, but it'd be your own kind that tear you down the most, he said. So even with the criticism, CJ doubled down that anybody who breaks in his home should expect consequences. They broke, quote unquote, they broke into my crib, and there's consequences behind actions. That's all I'm going to say, right? So here's the problem people are having. They're basically saying, "Oh, so she's the man of the house." Where was the light at? Where my light at? Oh, there we go. People were saying basically like, "Oh, she's the man of the house," which, all right. I found out that he wasn't home, right? So he's out doing uh, whatever. I don't know where he is, what time of day it was, what time of night it was. I think they probably said Friday night. So I'm not sure where it was. He could have went to the store or anything. So somebody broke in at home. She got the gun and did what she was supposed to do as a pregnant mother, and her baby's at home also because he wasn't at home. Like I said, he could have went to the store. He could have been at his mother's house. I don't know what he was doing, but he was gone, which is not the problem for me. The problem people are having is saying that she's the man of the house, and I'm questioning that because how are you down to him for that? He wasn't there, and if there's a gun in the home and they're trained to use it, he obviously taught his wife, or she taught him. It could be the other way around. They knew how to use the gun and what to do if they ever had a problem in the house. The gun is there to protect the home, right? So why is she the man because of that? Now she's a hero for sure. Handled her business, got the threat, put the threat down. Her baby's alive. She's alive. Her pregnancy's still good. So she's a hero for sure. But I don't understand the down in him part. Now, what I don't like, to be clear, is the fact that he's on the internet talking about, yeah, I'm not turning down my lifestyle. This is the life I gave myself. This is the life I live. Whatever. That's the part I think is a little selfish, I think, right? Because let's just say the reason that guy is the intruder was there was because of that lifestyle, right? Because he knows you're flying, you got bread, or you make it seem like you got the money, and then they know where you live at, right? Which you make yourself a target, right? It's the reason why people don't dox people on the internet, because we talk a lot of stuff on the internet. You don't want nobody having your address. They'll pull up to you and do whatever they want. So this guy may have been, I don't know, we can't ask him no more. He's gone. Pull it up to your house because you be flying, you got that bread. And you have a pregnant wife or girlfriend. I don't know if it's a girlfriend or wife, a husband. I mean, girlfriend or wife. You have a pregnant lady at the home with your baby. So that could have been all bad. It could have went the other way. And let's just say he broke into your house and then it went the other way. Killed your, so I'm sorry to even say this. God willing, God forbid something like this ever happened, but thank God it didn't. What if it went the other way where they killed her and the baby? Would you still be on the internet saying, I'm not going to turn down my lifestyle. I made this. I got this money, so I'm going to do it. You probably wouldn't because it'll be insensitive. That's the problem I'm having. I think that's very insensitive to say that. Thankfully, your wife lived. Thankfully, your babies are alive. That's a blessing, truly, right? But don't be so insensitive. Because I'm also sure that your wife or your girlfriend didn't want to kill nobody today. That's a lot on the brain. Because she got to live with that, right? It happened to her. She lived, but she carries that. She probably never going to forget that she had to kill somebody. That's not. Everybody ain't a gangster. Everybody ain't used to these kind of demons, right? So there's trauma there. There's the baby was there. Who's to know the 1-year-old baby didn't see or remember that? You know what I mean? So I just think that part is it's crazy. You know, and yeah, you know, robbery's bad, right? Being a thief and being a criminal is, I mean, that's whack. First of all, I'll use the word hate loosely, but I hate a thief. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't steal nothing. How do you just take from people? I mean, I get it, but I don't get it because I don't agree. I despise a thief, you know, and you don't supposed to take nothing. But at the same time, since we know thieves are out here, since we know murders are out here, since we know grapers are out here, you don't tempt them with nothing. Now, grapers are inexcusable. They just nasty sick on their own. You can justify other crimes, right? But we know, okay, let's put grapers to the side. They're just disgusting all the way around. No excuse. But don't play with your life trying to show that you live this life of abundance. Because realistically, you should be able to. You should be able to say, like, hey, look, I made all this money. These are my cars. This is my house. This is my lady. This is the jewelry and stuff we got. You should be able to say that if you want to. But the world we live in, you know that people are going to hate you for it. Now, do you ball up and live in your own prison for that? Do you just do you buy the car to never drive it because somebody going to see you in it? No, I'm not saying that. But with him specifically, the way he responded after just seemed a little insensitive. You know, and that's not cool. You know what I mean? You know, because like I said, your lady is probably traumatized, and you're on the internet talking about like I'm still gonna flaunt, I'm still gonna nigga. What? That ain't cool, man. You know, and I'm not rolling with that. You know, what do y'all think about that? I like, but I'm also not blaming him for not being there. I don't know where he was at. Like, if he was in a house, say if he's in a house and then they in a room trapped and your wife was the one that grabbed the gun and did the shooting. Oh, nigga, you out of here. That's different. She is the man in the house, and you're a mark because she was never supposed to touch no pistol if you in the house and you in reach of the pistol. She was never supposed to do none of that. You handle it as a man in the house. You handle it, but you wasn't there, so I can't kill him for that. But on the internet, they're killing him for that. And that ain't really cool. But then again, we are talking about the internet. It's like this gift. It's like a gift and a curse. It's like it's just too much information, too many opinions. It's too much. So somebody explained it like they said, you know how in school, it's probably good. I probably shouldn't say that. All right, look, I'll say it. Look, so it's probably like, you know how in school when you went to high school, um, everybody in school, right? And then you had a little school in the back of your big school, right? Where a lot of special students went. They went to or continuation. Some of them wasn't special, some was just bad, right? And then they had a special school sometimes with special students were in the other class, low class. And then they had different lunch and nutrition times, right? Where some special students would go for their classes, maybe go to lunch early, so they don't have to mix in with the other students because other students can be cruel. Because you know, kids, they're cruel at times. They can be rude and they can be nasty to the special kids. So you got continuation in the back, or special kids in the back also mixed in, or different areas. You got your special classes in spread throughout the school. They come out to nutrition and lunch different times, earlier, right? And leave early. Then everybody else come out and then different times, right? What the internet has done was put us all in one room. They have taken all these things, put us all in one room. I said this in one of my videos earlier. One of my videos in the past. I said, it's funny because most of the people out here saying the crazy and wildest things on the internet, I would have never heard or saw these things in my actual real life before the internet. You understand what I'm saying? Think about this. Let's take somebody like I know people like to love to pick on him, but I'm gonna use it for an example. Like a DJ Academics, right? Or another dude, Flacco. I don't know if y'all know Flacco, but where people like they just different dude. I'm not gonna say my opinion on them. I spoke on them before, but they just different. So you take like a DJ Academics or like a Flacco, whatever. So in my regular life, no internet, just being outside, living my life how I live my life, I would have never in a million years even heard academics speak. Or I would have never in a million years been somewhere in the building somewhere or at an event or somewhere where a Flacco was at. Now, I've never met Flacco. I'm sorry, I met Flacco, but I never met academics. So I don't mean to be disrespectful. And I'm not being disrespectful. I hope we can have grown men talk and that everything don't be taken as being a hater or disrespectful. But so they may look at me and say like I'm not their kind, right? Now all three of us are fat black dudes, so all right, there's the commonalities, right? But outside of that, they might look at me like, oh, he ain't my kind, right? So I'm saying I would never be in a building with those type of dudes. I would never hear that type of person talk or speak. You know what I'm saying? So the internet, what happens is it put us all in one room. And then there's these echo chambers that make these opinions and these views on whatever really, really loud. And what happens is it comes across your space and however that sees fit, whether it's timeline, whether it's one of your friends talking in the barbershop, now it reaches you, right? So I think that's the difference. And we can't speak on it all because like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? I would seem like what I don't ever want to be is the bitter old man. I'm 45. I don't ever want to be the bitter old man. I don't want to be the guy who gets on the internet and complain about what the young guys are doing all the time. You know what I mean? That's why I'm building my community here. I want y'all to chill here, let your hair down, relax, talk about some cool whatever, and then go about your business. You know? That relaxing thing. Like the homeroom, even now, I'm thinking about homeroom. It's gonna be like real homeroom. I mean, homeroom was short. I ain't been in school in a long time, but if they even still have homeroom, I remember homeroom used to be about like 15 minutes, something like that. Yeah, I think like 15 minutes, something like, which I don't even understand. What was the point of homeroom? Anyway, so I think I only make this show like maybe like an hour. Now, if we flow and it goes over that, we get to get some great conversation and it's moving, then it's moving, right? But my first few shows are gonna be like an hour. We're just getting used to each other, talking to one another, seeing if I can be consistent. Because I got to challenge myself to be consistent. I'm serious. I'll be having problems in life. Don't life be happening to y'all? Let me ask y'all, for example, when Rios can't do the AM Wake Up Show, because life happens, right? And I know some of y'all get frustrated. But also, don't life be happening to y'all? Right? No? Like, see, content creating, you make the schedule. So when you make the schedule, the stuff in your life that is deemed necessities or like your important things like family, stuff like that, that trumps the content creating. Even if the content creating makes the money. Let me explain that. I'm not saying trumps it. completely. I'm saying that Rios, for example, does content every day in the morning, right? This content helps pay the bills. But if his wife or his kids need something on a morning where he has to create content, then the wife and the kids would trump the content creating. Now here's the ill thing, right? If there was a 9 to 5, if he had a 9 to 5, he had to wake up at 6 in the morning, and the 9 to 5 was from like 6 to like whatever 4 o'clock or whatever the time is, right? There's certain things that the wife and kids won't even ask you because you got to work. Now I'm getting to something here, and I hope y'all see me going there. It's almost like people don't deem the what is it, the independent creator, the independent entrepreneur, the self-employed person. They look at you like you're the CEO of a company who can change anything whenever because you're straight or because the schedule isn't set. You make it, right? But it's a point why I do this, why Rios does this thing every single day, and why he has these shows he works on the way it goes, because he has to be consistent. He got to keep the algorithm going. His algorithm is now expecting a certain type of money amount so he can handle his business and do what he got to do financially also. So, but don't look at my, like, me creating on here as like, oh, you can put that to the side. I need you to do something. Because now I'm looking at you like, damn, you don't even deem this serious. You know what I mean? You don't think this serious. I'm gonna tell you a true story. I remember in church, right? I would be missing days at church because I would be, sometimes I can, when I be driving Uber, sometimes I can make the most money on Saturdays and Sundays. And I may be short on rent. I may be short on car note, bill, something, where usually I would do Monday through Friday, but I'm short on something. So I got to do some extra days, something like that. And I know I can make the most money on Saturday and Sunday. So I would take off Saturday and Sunday, and I wouldn't go to church on Sunday. And then people at church would ask me, well, where you been? And I'm like, well, I was working. Oh, okay. They may ask me another Sunday, where you been? Oh, I was working. Oh, I know, you be working, But also, if I'll be working, it's almost like you still asking me. Like, most likely I haven't been because I've been working, because that's been my answer consistently. But why are you still asking me? When I know for a fact there's people in the church who have 9 to 5 jobs and their schedule may be on Sunday, so they can't make it because of this job. So when they do come, it's like a vacation thing or like maybe an activity in the middle of the week that they can show up at. But they never ask them where you been, because they know where they are. They know they're working. But the reason, that's a 9 to 5 job, so they're looking at it different. Me, I drive Uber. I don't have to drive that morning. That's what they're saying to themselves. In my mind, you call me crazy, whatever, but that's what they're saying. So they don't look at it the same. They look at it like, oh, you can move it. You can drive later. You don't have to drive now. No, that's not how that works. So yeah, I be having my things with content creating up, and I'll be trying to figure it out. And I'm not trying to make it this big, old, difficult thing, but we talking about life and monetization, and I ain't even monetized yet. So I don't even have those issues just yet. You know what I mean? You have to fall back. Let me see. Sunshine, baby. Let me see. You have to fall back on so much Uber time. My daughter started telling me she was not going to miss me. They want me to do Uber. Wow. See? What happens when that happens? When you've been doing Uber and that makes the money, and Uber, you got the opportunity to cash out same day. So you making the money. You make your own hours, so you can make however you want to make, depending on how much you want to drive. You can kind of map that out. But then your daughter tell you like, hey man, what's up, family? We family, right? You know what I mean? Like, I'm missing you. Mom, I miss you. I know you do an Uber. You do a lot of Uber, but I miss you. You can't tell your daughter like, babe, no, I gotta. That'd be the stuff. That'd be the dilemma. How do you figure that out? You know what I mean? So with the content creating, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure it out. And like I said, I'm not getting paid from content creating. I'm doing it because I love this. There's a path to monetary gain, but most importantly, I've been saying this since day one. I want to build my community. I love when I log on to my man Rio's AM Wake Up Space or one of his shows, and you guys are all in there, 100 something, 200 something deep, responding, calling in, sending in questions. You know what I mean? Back and forth, and he knows y'all like personal lives sometime, and he talked to y'all going back and forth. I love that. For me, that's the dopest thing. That kind of like community. That community that would show up for you when you go live. They will stay with you during the live, talk back and forth, respond, suggest, all these things, and then y'all at the end of it all, y'all say, "Hey man, talk to y'all soon," and then boom, tomorrow we back at it again. That's dope. I respect that. That's why I love the community so much. Shout out to y'all, I say it all the time. Shout out to Ghetto Cafe again. I love that community because they show up. Yes, there's way bigger podcasts with bigger audiences and community, but it ain't like that. It ain't like that. The Ghetto Cafe is a very unique community. My community I'm building here is a unique community where people are cool. They respect each other in the comments. They're always engaging. They're always talking back. They laugh with us. When it's serious, they listen, they engage. What's better than that? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks for falling in. Thanks for falling in. Yeah, you know, I love that, man. I love the community. Let me take this, delete this thing. Let me see. Oh no, delete that, bam, bam, bam. Yeah, but that's what I want to. I want to continue making that. I want to make this my like after. Wait, what the hell? Oh, there you go. Yo, you know what been tripping me out too? Have y'all been seeing? You know what? I think shout out to King 88. I want to go to I want to go live, except Wednesday because I have my podcast on Wednesdays, relatable with Rios. I want to go live every day, Monday through Friday, except Wednesdays, at 10 a.m. That's what I want to. That's the schedule I'm gonna set myself to. So you know what? Hold me responsible. 10 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 a.m. Homeroom. Hold me accountable. Yes, there will be days I might miss. I'm not gonna pop up and miss. I'm gonna let y'all know ahead of time because something got scheduled. Remember, I got another job that I still got to tell y'all about. I haven't talked about it because there's a big announcement gonna be made about something, and in that announcement, I can talk about everything. So when that announcement happens and I can talk about everything, then boom, I'll talk about that too. So my schedule ain't even what it's gonna be coming up in about a month. It's gonna change again, you know. So, but it's still a relaxed. It's more of a relaxed. I'll say the job is in entertainment, so still more relaxed feel where I can kind of build my schedule. So, but I do want to start now to every day 10 a.m. right after Rios. Come, right after my good brother Rios, and talk some good morning talk. Maybe have some breakfast. Y'all might catch me. Y'all might catch me online. Uh, y'all might catch me online having breakfast in the morning, 10 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Man, shout out to my good brother Nick. Is that Nick B? Nick B, is that you? Shout out to my good brother Nick B. I think that's Nick B. That's Nick. Yeah, 2 C's for sure. Shout out to my good brother Nick B. Nick has sent. Thanks for the cash out, my good brother. Thank you for the Cash App. That's the support. Tafasha hit me yesterday with support. I appreciate that on the Cash App. Nick, thank you, my good brother, for supporting again. Man, y'all be holding me down. And I appreciate that. It's love. For real. I appreciate that. Showing the support. Because I ain't got monetized yet, so I don't have the super chats or nothing, whatever. But all that's coming. All that's coming. We're going to keep building, keep making great shows, keep making great content. And, we're just going to keep building. Man, let me ask y'all this. I'm doing homeroom. It's really just a chill session, right? We'll talk about stuff, talk about a couple of things, whatever. But what do you think I should do for my channel? Whether it's topics, whether it's like time, length, how long you think I should run my channel? Pause on the length part, but how long you think I should run my channel? I'm thinking early on an hour, but maybe 2 hours. But depends on content. What do y'all think? And here's the thing. I've been saying this for so long. I need a name for my community. Right? And I appreciate a lot of y'all are here from the Ghetto Cafe. But I can't use my brother's name for my, you know what I'm saying? But for his community. And when I say community, I mean all of us. I don't mean like this is my podcast and this is the name for the people who leave comments. No, I need a name for something cool for all of us. So I'm be thinking of some cool names for all of us here in homeroom. Let's see. I appreciate that. That's what I'm gonna do, man. Because hey, Mel. So I hope I called you that right. I don't know if you go by Mel or not, but or if that's just a business name or whatever. But I do. I want y'all to be comfortable with me being me and knowing I can talk about a lot of different things. I'm not an expert in a lot of different things. I just got my opinions or my thoughts on stuff, and I want y'all to be able to go wherever I want to go, and me vice versa. If y'all want to talk about certain things, I want to be able to be maybe well versed in whatever y'all want to talk about, also, or at least be able to lend my opinion to something. So, like I said, I don't want to make it like a niche thing. We talk about this and we're gonna do this, and I don't want it to be game showish either. I want this to be a hangout, just like y'all be on a wake up show. I want y'all to let your hair down, kick your feet up, relax. Let's talk some shit, and then you know what I'm saying. And then we double up. We do it again. Boom, right back. Do it again. Boom. The community stay building, get bigger and better. Look, let me tell you my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to build this community super big, right? Or not even, it ain't gotta be that big, just like a nice community, with a real rounded community. And I want to get to a point where I start to see, for example, some communities have like their Patreon tiers or like different member things. But then when I find out, because I talk to a lot of people in like different people, Patreon tiers or different there's super chat tiers, but they don't really give anything. It's no real reward for like VIP members or members who just been down for so long. They just support you however they see fit, right? But it gotta be more than that. I want to do physical hangouts. I want to do like you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, on this day for whoever can make it, if you are in LA, right? If you're in LA and we going to, okay, for those who don't know, one of my favorite places to eat is Howlin' Ray's in Pasadena, right? And so one day we do a meetup like, let's all meet up to go to Howlin' Ray's, whoever can meet up, and I'll get a number. See how many people, let's meet up at Howlin' Ray's, whatever. I'll let them know we coming. I can see if they can close out some tables for us, and we just go hang out up there. Like, that's cool. You want to build community? Go pull up on some of your peoples. That's community. And that's how we don't be friends just through the internet. Bruh, I have friends from the internet, from social media, that I've never met in my entire life. And I've been talking to them since 2009 Twitter. Like, the internet has made it to where you can kind of have like relationship with people and then never even meet them. And here's the crazy part. You so used to it being that way, you don't even have to meet them. You don't even want to sometimes. You just be cool with niggas. You know what I'm saying? on top of the mixing. I dig that too. Matter of fact, let me see what y'all. Oh, dope. Yeah, you feel me? I think that'd be cool, right? Do a little. Hey, look, you do photography. What if it's like 3 or 4 of y'all do photography? Then we all go hang out on a little photo walk. I think that'd be dope. We go somewhere, do a little photo walk somewhere. You know, LA got a bunch of different scenes that's cool to photo. We go hang out, talk some camera shit. You know what I mean? Talk some homeroom stuff. Take a couple of pictures. And then, we bring it back to the community like, yo, we did this. We hung out. It was super dope. That's how you build dope communities. Because your community should want you to, just like I want y'all to be a part of my life, just like I want to be a part of your lives. So I'm not building this thing just to be like, yo, I got a podcast or a channel, and then that's it. No, people be in support. Man, Sunshine Baby, cats like Sunshine Baby and cats like my brother Nick. And you know what I mean? Like, these people, who else in here? Man, I'm talking about people, Sierra, like, you know what I mean? People show up all the time. Like, they've been showing up, literally, in full support. Sunshine Baby and Nick was probably on my first live with Rios. Some of our early days are relatable. And when I started going live by myself, they was in there. I'm talking about that's real support. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm trying to build that community because the way people show up for me, I want to pay it back. And paying it back ain't just sitting on the other side of the screen being consistent with doing shows. That's cool too, though. It's cool because if we're consistent, you expect that of me, and I give that to y'all, then that's cool. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, like, what if I could do more? You know what I mean? What if the person that you subscribe to or log into or whatever does a little more, a little extra? Is to make that community tighter, make that bond tighter. And so I'm looking at it like that. Like, yeah, like I'm trying to build that. Hey, let me ask y'all something. I'm kind of switching topics, but are a lot of y'all still, would you consider yourselves fans still of Lil Wayne? Serious question. Just chime in. Or just say Y for yes, N for no's. Type Y for yes, N for no. A lot of y'all still fans of Lil Wayne. And I mean still. I don't mean like, I know he incredible, definitely dropped some classics. I'm talking about to this day though, like, would you find him still, are you still entertained by him today? Okay, Mel say nah. Oh, never. Okay, Kevin Philly. Shout out to Kevin Philly too, following through. Never really been a fan. Okay. Damn. After Carter 2? Sunshine Baby, no. Okay. Man, okay. Cause I don't know. I've been tripping off of let's start tonight. I've been tripping off of this video's been going viral for Lil Wayne and his concert. I guess recent concert he did. Lil Wayne been going viral for doing what some fans would seem unexpected. But the flip side is, okay, Rich Religion, nah. Shout out to Rich Religion following through too. That's a no from Rich Religion. Let me play y'all this clip real quick and let me know what y'all think. And there's that. So, before I say my opinion, let me say that I was told that Lil Wayne. So I'm pretty much after Carter 3. I didn't really do too much Lil Wayne after Carter 3. So after Carter 3, I didn't really do too much Lil Wayne. As I was told, he did a whole rock album before. And they say he's into rock. Now, I didn't catch that wave of Wayne. I didn't catch that wave of Lil Wayne. So I know if I went to a concert, because I'm assuming that what we just saw was not marketed as a rock concert. And I can't say from the clip that the whole concert was a rock concert. Maybe it was just a little section or a couple of songs he did. But I heard that diehard Wayne fans know that he did a rock album or had a rock era, or whatever, and then that wouldn't have surprised them. But I know a lot of clips that are going viral. People have been surprised. Hey, Jen, hey, How to Love, fire. I don't know what the rest of y'all think. And all right, if you disagree with me, cool. But How to Love, though, absolutely fire. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play that when I get off. You just reminded me. I'm play that when I get off here. Yeah, see, I think that's what it is too for me, Rios. I'm not surprised, but I'm not like, but I'm like, wait, what? Because I don't know, man. You have to expect maybe he assumed that these fans in the building know that I go. That was about to be a huge pause moment, and I stopped myself before I did because that's how good I'm getting with this, right? So I'm not gonna say what I was about to say, but most people, I'm assuming he thought, no, he can do two things, which is rock and rap. I don't think that those people knew that he would mix the two tonight. Well, not tonight, but that night at that concert. And he's getting a lot of clips getting put out there from a lot of different women and men that what is this he's doing on stage right now? So, so it's like, fam, you're literally not reading the room. And I know you're not reading the room because you had your panties in a bunch so much after you didn't perform at Super Bowl, right? When really the real ones knew why you wouldn't perform at Super Bowl. We knew you would have stunk that place up. No disrespect to Wayne, a legend. No disrespect to Lil Wayne, he's a legend, absolutely. But you would have stunk up the building if you did Super Bowl. We knew it. I knew it. I think the peoples knew it. I think New Orleans knew it. I think the people who was complaining, I think Baby knew it. I think Drake knew it. I think what's the name to be with Lil Madison, Lil Wayne. Anyway, all of them, I think they all knew it. You would have stunk up the building. I think they knew it. So, if everything after that we've been seeing, performance-wise, it's been ass. And I say that with such sincerity. So, I'll prove it to you how sincere I am. Look at the way I look in the camera. It's been ass. The performances you've been doing. Ever since Super Bowl, the performances we've been seeing, the so-called highlights, all ass. And you can tell I'm telling the truth because the seriousness in my face. The seriousness. You can almost tell by the stoic seriousness in my face that it's all ass. Basura. So yeah, man. So I think maybe I don't want to say time's up for any artist. I don't, because who am I to say time's up? Lil Wayne, he's done classic, wonderful things in music. He's been bigger than music than I will ever be as an artist, for sure. So I can't expect him on that level, but sometimes people get too full of themselves, and you get so like, I'm the great artist of all artists. I can do anything I want, and then, oh, nothing wrong with me, something wrong with y'all. They can kind of live that kind of thing. And I'm not saying he's doing that, but yeah, you know, that was it. That's the look I had, disappointed. And look, and see, here's the thing about being disappointed, and which let you know it's real again, because I can easily go back to that look. Watch this, ass. But yeah, man. So I was embarrassed when I seen that, because because what? Hey, I did a video one time where I talked about how knowing when to shift gears, right? And it talks about how you may be skilled in something, or you may be maybe creating something, doing something, and knowing when to make a left, or switch and do something else. And it gets tricky because we've been hearing that saying, like, don't quit, and we don't quit, or you got to keep going. You got to just never give up. But I don't think those are smart things to say all the time, which is the reason why people trying things way past it in the time they've been trying. Way past. Did I say way faster than the time I've been trying? And nobody said nothing to me. I had to correct myself. I said way faster than the time I. What is that? What does that even mean? And nobody said anything. You didn't say a word. You were going to clip it and then allow me to look stupid for all of the internet. But we're past that now, and I forgive you. So yeah, you got to know when to switch gears. I knew when to switch gears. I knew when to get out of rap music. And it wasn't that I felt like I was on a decline. I just felt like it wasn't in me no more. The hunger that I had when I first became an MC, that hunger wasn't in me no more. Now I'm an MC till I die. But the hunger I had to perform at an MC's pace, it wasn't in me no more. So I had to hurry up and switch gears, do something else. I ended up getting a job and doing a bunch of other stuff. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to find myself at this big old age. Not that I can't rap at this age. Excuse me. At this age and sounding crazy. I don't want Rios to have to pull me to the side like, look, I just want to call you and check on you. I don't know how to say this, but you're not really good anymore. But I love you. No, don't cry. But I love you. I do. And I support you. But maybe not for rap music. I don't want to have that conversation with Rios. See, that's embarrassing. No. So I had to shift gears. So I started picking up cameras and all kind of stuff. I started doing a bunch of other stuff because I didn't want to be that dude. I didn't want to be the. Me and my wife just talked about that, right? I watched for the first time in years. Love and Hip Hop Miami came on, I guess yesterday, whatever. I've seen it on YouTube TV, and there was a performance with Trick Daddy and Trina, and first of all, let me do the small print first. By saying this, I'm not talking about all women. I'm not talking about all women performers. I'm talking about Trina and how I observed her yesterday on the show, Love and Hip Hop Miami. Trick Daddy and Trina were performing classic records at this event. That's not the problem. The problem I had is Trina's outfit. Here's why. When you take a gander here, right, at this physique, when you take a gander, right, yes, it's 2025, and I use the word gander, so you should use it too. It's very fun. use it to your wives or your boyfriends at home or your husbands at home. It's very funny when you use gander and somebody don't expect it. So take a gander at this physique, this rotund, uh, I would say athletic, but it's not. So take a look at this physique here, right? There's certain things I know that I shouldn't be wearing. Now, you would say, where's your confidence? You should be able to wear anything. Huh? That's not true, small-waisted friend. I can't wear everything, right? I cannot, because everything doesn't come in my size. Where the problem happens is that when you try to take something that's not your size and then put your size in that size, then here comes the jokes. And then here comes the tears because y'all say body shaming. No, no. I know that I can't wear that. I know that as you take a gander here, just take a gander if you can. Just gander one time. Gander, right? Take a gander here that I shouldn't be wearing skinny jeans or slim fit jeans, right? Because I'm top heavy like crazy, and the smaller little bitty jeans will make me look like an ice cream cone, like the shape of an ice cream cone. Now, I understand that, so it doesn't bother me. But the reason why you don't catch me looking like an ice cream cone because I don't wear that, right? So Trina, she wore this skirt, long dress skirt, and it had a long split down the side that tore when she got on stage. I'm not gonna say why it tore, but it did tore. The split tore a little bit, came up. There was a little tight top, right? And when you're Trina, who has, and I mean this in respect, I don't mean like, so she gained some weight a little bit, right? She gained some weight, and her stomach's a little bigger now, right? But she always has small breasts, so there's that picture, right? Stomach's a little bigger, small breast, bigger waist and stuff in the abdomen area, right? So it just looks different, right? And when she got up there, the skirt split, and then it tore in the back. And to be honest, I'll tell y'all, to be honest, I knew it was going to tear. I knew that dress was going to give up like a loser on a football team. I knew it. And the reason why I knew it is because if you take a gander here, right, there's things I just know about how clothes fit us types. Now, I'll let you figure out what the us is. Cancel yourself if you like to, right? But the us types can't do that. We just can't. So when she did it, she looked crazy. Because now the classic songs that are supposed to be celebrated, now they look old because of what you're wearing on stage. Because when you're older and refuse to let go of your youth, that's where craziness sets in. See, it's a scale. You probably didn't know this, but my mind, I've been trying to teach y'all stuff. So just go with me, right? There's a scale. When you're older, and then you try to, here's a scale here. Let me get in the camera straight. Okay, scale here. That when you're older here, right? And then you try to act like the youth here, right here, right? Right around here is where you look stupid. You know what I mean? There's here, we get the scale right, bam. And then the youth. You try to act like the youth, right? And everybody's looking, right? We all see you, right? And then when you try to do, like, when you want to be young, you want to do young, you want to bring this down here. what happens is it doesn't stay down. The youth doesn't stay down because you're not young. So what happens is it's the gravitational pull that looking stupid has, right? So as you go down to try to look young, young comes up, right? And do you see how it's moving? Young is coming up. And then as young comes up, the looking stupid level gets locked in. Here's the dangerous part about the looking stupid level is that it locks in. So now you just look stupid, right? And then here's the part about, let me tell you how to get out of looking stupid, right? So once you're locked into looking stupid, the only way for looking stupid is to break up. For you to not look stupid anymore is when you leave, right? So if you walk off stage, it starts doing this. Okay, they can't see you. Boom. You start walking to the shadows. Oh, boom, you're backstage. Boom, and then you're back to normal. So I just taught you all something. So anyway, yeah, and we have to accept that. I think as adults, and as adults, you're not a kid anymore, so you can't do the same things. You can't wear the same things. Look, I'm 45. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how I shop now, right? I'm a lover of t-shirts. I love a bunch of different t-shirts and stuff like that. I love sneakers. I'm not an addict like I used to be, but I love a bunch of sneakers and tennis shoes, stuff like that, right? That's cool from top to bottom. That's cool. But when it comes to like getting dressed, let me tell you how I like to dress. I'm 45, mind you. I'll be 46 in November. I'm a 46-year-old man. I'm 4 years from 50 years old, right? I don't want to dress like none of these niggas. I don't want to dress like no rapper. I don't want to be in the building with a rapper and I'll be like, oh, okay, I see you got the what's called in blue. No, I don't. I don't want to be in, my son is 21. My son will be 21 in September, next month. Yep, next month. I don't want to ever be nowhere and my son like, oh, Dad, you got the, oh, I think you got the what's called, yeah, I got them at the, no. Mm-mm. I want to dress like a mid-40s-year-old man. Clean, classy. I love Polo. Polo, the brand. I know people like Polo t-shirts, but I love the brand of Polo. I like a relaxed fit, comfortable shirt, casual shirt, nice jean, nice sneaker, or I might do a Polo sweatsuit all together, or just Polo sweats, Polo white tee. I love Polo. I love Polo because I couldn't afford none of it when I was a child. So I started buying all of it when I became an adult. That's why I got Polo sweaters and polos and hats, drawers, bags, bunch of stuff. But I don't look crazy when I wear Polo because it looks fitting for a mid-40-year-old man. Clean Polo, nice jeans, nice shoes, right? Wear some shades, throw some smell good on. Nobody's embarrassed. I look cool. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, I think people can learn from me. Not, I need to do better with diet, for sure. But that's another episode. But but other than that, people can learn from me because I want to help. And I think rappers like Lil Wayne, he's probably lost in the sauce of being a legend. Some people are so legendary, they live there. And once they live there, they don't see that legends think they can't make mistakes. No, you can look stupid and be a legend, right? We've seen, I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna say it, let me say, we've seen Smokey Robinson lately. So you could be a legend and look stupid because you start to feel like you're invincible. That's the problem. None of us are invincible, right? So if I take my gander, right? If I take all of this on stage, I have to be very mindful of what I have on and what I'm wearing. Right? It's not about being like, oh, you gotta be more confident in yourself. No, that's not the problem, nigga. I am confident. I just know I see what I see in reality, and I gotta change some things. And some things I don't like. So I don't want to enhance none of it because I don't like it. Before it gets to you, I don't like it. Right? So I understand there's ways to dress up things, and make it look right. And there's shirts that I might love, but not flattering. Put it like this. You know what you'll never see me in at my size? Take a guess. You guessed it, a purple shirt. What the hell I look like in a purple shirt? The jokes practically write themselves. I won't wear a damn purple shirt. I won't do that. It's not going to happen. Because I understand what it will look like. But you got to know your limits, know your boundaries, and then don't cross them. I think that's right. That's understandable. Know your boundaries and don't cross them. I think that, Now, Rios, I didn't say all red, so don't try to add to the jokes. But understand. Because you're right. I will not wear all red at all. He said, you're right. He said, because you're smart. You damn right. I will not do that. No. What's funny was, I would. Oh, hey, let me tell you, Rios, what I was thinking about. Rio said dangerous. Rios. Oh, wait. So I was. Rios, I wasn't even thinking. I wasn't even thinking dangerous. This. I'll let you know how silly I am, Rios. I wasn't thinking dangerous. This is what I was thinking. This why first of all, I gotta chill. And I have to grow up. All that grown stuff I just talked, I gotta grow up. Because the minute said Rio said all red, he talking about game banging. This is what I thought he was talking about. Oh my God. Oh, I need help. I can't breathe. Oh, yo. Oh, yo. Real smart. No, I need help. Why I thought you was talking about that? Ah, my stomach hurt. Hey, man. Oh, man. That was a good laugh. I really thought you were talking about the Kool-Aid, man. Hey, and you my brother, too. I thought you was killing me. I thought you was clapping me, dog. Eva Smith, greetings. Thanks for following through. Appreciate you. Hey, man. Oh, I have my banner going up or nothing going out here, huh? Y'all know where to send bread to, how to support, or how to follow. If y'all want to support me in any kind of way, I got my ticker on the bottom of the screen. You know what I mean? And also, like, subscribe, comment. Please. Like, leave a dope comment, or subscribe on the video, on this live. It helps me greatly. I know we hanging out, and I know we doing our thing, but if you like the video, you can like it right now. Just look up, because I don't know how the format is on y'all side, but look up, like the video, Subscribe to my channel if you're not. And leave a comment. Yeah. Don't forget. No, I appreciate y'all, man. So yeah, so that's my thing. So every every morning, 10 o'clock, we're gonna do homeroom. Every morning, 10 o'clock, homeroom. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursday, Friday. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursday, Friday. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Friday. You know what I'm saying. 10 a.m. Right after Rios the AM wake up show with Rios. You come get you some in the homeroom. Come hang out with your boy, man. Hang out with me. And I think it'd be an awesome time, man. I think it'd be a great time. For real. I'm trying to figure it out. Yo, Shaq, don't fall. Don't fall off that ladder. Appreciate that. Hey, that man, that Gantt, you got to use that. You got to use that in the real field. And man, you got to use that on somebody unexpectedly, right? Get a gander. You know what I'm saying? You ever got a gander? Get a gander of this. You know what I mean? You know, I'm trying to put people on game, man. Use certain words. You got to use certain words that fit perfectly in the spot, but you weren't supposed to use that word there. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's like take a look. I could say take a look. Take a look at this. I could say that. Take a look, right? But you, it's like you at the mall. You trying on a fit, and you know your lady outside the dressing room be like, "Babe, check it out. Come here. Babe, come here. Check it out real quick. Show you something. Take a gander at this shirt. What you think about this shirt?" And say it smoothly. Don't laugh. Don't stop. Don't break in the conversation. Babe, take a gander at this shirt. What you think? You like that? What you think about this? What you think? Let's see if she even catch it. Right? You got to use words like that don't really go. They fit perfectly by definition, but they don't really go. You know what I mean? You know another word it's like that? Unbeknownst. I love that word. Unbeknownst. Unbeknownst to me, I like to use that word. Unexpectedly too. You know what I mean? Unbeknownst to me, he had already came by earlier that day. I just missed him. You got to flow through the conversation. Don't stop or break, and don't snicker. Right? Don't laugh at your own. You got to be serious, right? Bestowed upon. I like that. Bestowed upon. Hey. Like it's like on Instagram, right? Like for all the single people out there, right? When that girl hit you with a DM, or when that guy, ladies, when that guy hits you with a DM, just say, hey, I see you bestowed upon my page. It's like, huh? But like what? Oh yeah, but like nah, but yeah, but like nah. Yeah, so you know. I emancipated the women on Fig. Yeah, like that. You got that's hilarious. You got to use the words that fit but don't fit, but it fit though. You feel me? I emancipated the women on Fig. Bestowed upon. I bestowed upon her. Hey, Rios, I bestowed upon them niggas last week. They ain't tripping. Yeah, they ain't even trip. You know. Nah, man. Yo, Rios, did you see that video of that it was this white pastor? He was saying what actually happened. He was saying what actually happened to slavery. Like he lied about like slavery. Well, a bunch of lies about slavery. But I couldn't believe. Let me show you this clip. I want to show you this clip of this dude. Let me see. Let's see where it is. Did I even download that one? I don't think I downloaded. Let me see. was so funny. Let me see. BND, but 444. Screen record. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. All right, let me see. Is this it right here? Yep, that's it. All right, let me show you something real. I'm going to show you the thing. Did it download? Okay. Let me see. Here we go. Yo, Rios, listen to this dude. Listen to this dude. Listen to what he said. This is insane. It's funny, but he's stupid and he's wrong. But it's just funny because he really tried to get this off. Check this out.
Years ago, or 200 years ago, when the blacks were slaves, did they ever go to Washington, D.C. and have a rally 200 years ago to protest against slavery? Did they? No. What did they do? Well, a lot of good people in the plantations would say, hey, it's wintertime. Let us help build a church for you, dear folks. And they loved them and taught them how to read so they can read the Bible. And here's what the blacks did about 150 years ago. They humbled themselves. They prayed. They sought God's face and they turned from their wicked ways. And God made slavery illegal through several white presidents, right? It worked.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Yo. What? Yo. What is going on? What? What? Yo, after a while, you just gotta laugh at some of the racism. Like, after a while, you just have to laugh at some of the racism. Because it's hilarious. Confidently wrong. Confidently wrong, bro. That's sick. Yo, I just had to show you that, dog, before I wrapped up. Carter 40054. I'm good. How are you? How's everything? McAdoo, my good brother, was good, man. I love you right back, bro. How's everything been going, man? Bro, now you know I'm not rapping, bro. McAdoo. Duh. Okay. That's crazy. Hey, man, I really appreciate y'all for hanging out for me today. Because I really was only supposed to do this, do homeroom for an hour. Ended up being an hour and a half. And I want to be consistent. I want to be here. I want to start I got some ideas I want to add to the show too. But I want to be consistent and be able to add to, and I want to bring on some morning guests. I think that'd be cool. But I want to add to this show because I know I can do some dope things with it. And also I understand it's coming off the back of Rio's show, so I don't want to keep y'all another 2 or 3 hours at all. You know what I mean? For the people who are coming from, the people, the Ghetto Cafe who coming over, I don't want to keep y'all another 2-3 hours. Plus, I don't want to go too far in the day till, stuff start in the afternoon, stuff start coming up, But I think a good hour and a half should be dope for the morning wrap up after the show. I think that'd be really good. I'm from Los Angeles. Where about are you from? I'm from Los Angeles. Where you from? Since you ain't got a rap, you got that good game sauce you already dropped. I dig that, Matt. You're right. That's right, Rios. I even think about that. And Shaq was just saying that. Shaq was saying he at work. Listening right now. Hey, I appreciate that, Nick. Real talk. I appreciate that. Compton is definitely in the building. Yeah, Mills, we got to get that. And let me, if I'm saying your name wrong, or if Mills not your name, or you don't like to be called by that, let me know. But that photo walk thing, I think that's a good idea, bro. For a thing we can do, get together with some photographers. I think that'd be dope. Rios, I got thinking about something. Rios, man, we for relatable, we should think about doing a community get together, something. Maybe go get some lunch somewhere, go hang out somewhere. We could maybe like for an hour or two. I think that'd be real dope if we get with people who are here, people who can make it, people who can commute. I know a lot of people at work, but there's people probably not at work. Or we think of a good time where we can maybe go hang out or something, do something community wise, right? I'm in LA, Rios in LA. I know a lot of y'all in different parts of LA. I know a lot of y'all in different parts of the country. But for the people who can make it, I think that'd be cool if we do like a little event or a little hangout. Nothing serious, just like, cool little hangout or something. Go get something to eat, lunch or something. Man, and we getting out of that hot phase, about to get into the fall. The fall for me is the best. Let me ask y'all a question. I'm about to wrap. Trust me, I'm about to wrap. But I do want to talk about this real quick. Is it just me? I'm older, right? But I think some of y'all here in y'all 30s, going to 40s, right? Or in 40s, right? So I'm older. So is it just me, or when you get older, the summer, you don't look forward to the summer. You look forward to like the fall. For me, my favorite time of the year is around like the fall going into winter. Spring is cool, but sometimes it be raining and stuff. It's whatever. But spring is beautiful in LA anyway. But the fall, I like the fall. The summer, I'm past the age of the summer. Get out, turn up for the summer, go to these different spots. It be hot and events. I don't hang out with a large crowds of people, so I don't look for events like that per se. It's like when you get older, that's when you realize how grown you are. When you're looking forward to fall, get past the summer. Let's get past this. When you try to get to the fall, that's the grown shit. Let me see where you from, man. Compton. Mel, when you said Compton, you was addressing the name when I asked you what to call you, or you were just saying Compton, where you from? I hear that. That's spoken like a true dad right there. A true dad. Ooh, excuse me. Shoot. I was looking at the comments where I'm from. Oh, bet. But I mean, was I spot on when I called you Mel? Is that cool? I don't want to misname you or miscall you. Some of you ain't even called. I smashed the rail bone one time that looked like that. Stay away from chill Patron, cuz. Nick Wallen. Jamel? Did I say it right, Jamel? I think I did. I don't think this yes is for me. I think the next yes is for me. Or was this yes for Jamel? For me. Okay, I'm assuming I'm right. Jamel, I think I'm assuming I'm right. Yep. Oh, boom, there it is. My good brother Jamel. Okay. So I said the male part, but Male is short is the back end short. Pause. First of all, that was crazy. All right, Jamel. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Yeah. So, man, look, man, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. I really, really do appreciate it. This has been dope. This is my first episode of Homeroom. I'm looking forward to making some more better shows, better topics, better hangout. And like I said, I want to do my other show. This way I get to do it for real. I do want to pull a lot of y'all on stage if I can. Like, so I understand a lot of y'all don't want to go live, maybe because of whatever reason. Some of y'all at work. I get it. You can't really go live. But the people who can go live, I want to pull y'all up on the stage. And I want to talk. I know Sunshine Baby, she agreed. We supposed to been talking live. Me and Tafashe, we did. Bricks Liddy, I'm glad you're here. But here's the thing. I don't give tardy slips out in homeroom, so you good. So I'm doing home every day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 a.m. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Friday, 10 a.m. homeroom. Tap in, lock in with me. It's going to be dope. I'm going to think of a bunch of creative things to do. I'm going to stay consistent. I want to stay down and consistent. I really want to build this thing out, man. I've been having so much fun having a conversation with y'all. I got to just keep doing it. So, Bricks, you're not late. You're not tardy here. This is home. So, just know I'm back up Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 a.m. Back in the building. So, yeah, man, I'm about to wrap this thing up, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. Thanks for kicking off your morning with me here at Homeroom. If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you soon. Until next time, stay real, stay inspired, and have a great day. I love y'all. Peace.